Hey, I'm Eric. I'm making a game. The game is called The Godkiller. The Godkiller. The Godkiller Chapter 1. Implying that there'll be more chapters to come. This first release of the game will be The Godkiller Chapter 1. And it will have an epic story behind it. It's a story about a woman who finds herself in an afterlife with completely different rules and physics and mythology than what she's used to, and she doesn't even know what she's used to because her head's kind of messed up. Like, what, who was I before? That kind of thing. Goddamn, white light shining on my face, very unphotogenic. Part of that's just my face. Part of it's the light, but yeah, and also it's kind of glaring. Why can I not have the screens that I work with always be dark? I did have some kind of plug-in that changed the screens to be dark, and it had inconsistent results across different websites and caused more problems than it was worth. So I stopped with that, but it does make me think, why can't this just be dark? Anyways, I got slightly distracted. So this game, let's just show a little bit of some of the level, just in case somebody's popping and saying, I do not want to hear this dude talk about what his game is. I just want to see it. I don't know what accent that was. I think I just had some compulsion to represent somebody outside of the United States, because, like, not everybody that watches this stream is a U.S. person with an American accent, and I'll probably end up being like a somewhat racist my weird accent from a fictitious country. Alright, let's show something. Let's go to a level that's in the demo. By the way, this game will be released, the whole damn thing, January 1st, but right now you can go to our Steam page and you can download the demo and try out the first, I forget, 15 levels, something like that. Let me also fix a little thing. Website text. Just a little OBS thing. Let's bring this little widget in OBS up to the top, and there you have a URL you can go to find out more information about the game, if you like. I'm not saying that you should go and look up more information about the Godkiller and the demo. Download the demo and play it and see if you like the game. I'm not saying that at all. I have no claim on your time. You're a free agent. You do what you want. And frankly, I'm tired of trying to convince people to pay attention to my game. I mean, I know it's great. Basically just made the game I wanted to play. Took 4 years to do it. Now, if somebody else would have made the game I wanted to play, it would have made it much easier for me. I could have just played that game, but instead I had to spend 4 years of my life working on this game, entertaining myself along the way with all that work. I love working on this game. This is a big, fun thing for me. But also, I'm deadly serious about it. Very serious about this game. Okay, let's find something from the demo portion of the game, so it's not a major spoiler. Something light on story. Let me see. One of the basements. Let's do one of the basement levels. Mid-lower basement. I think that'll work. Let's do that one. Is this the one I want? This works just fine. This is fine. Okay. So, this is like maybe the fourth level of the game. You'll be here within 7 minutes of playing it. There's no plot events inside of this level. It's very much here's how the game works. Please learn how the basic elements of it work before we put you onto real levels. It's that kind of a thing. Sort of forced learning. Make sure you know how blocks work before you continue. Dang it, I didn't do the maximize on play. I'm going to restart this. Okay, here we go. Alright. So this is the character you control, moving in one of 4 directions. You also have this ability to fling. I think in other games it might be called dash. Hey, cicada. Just doing a little demo. I might get into some bug fixing. So, there are not a lot of controls in the game. That's by design. I don't like having 17 different buttons do different things inside of a game. It just sort of annoys me. Okay, so then there's blocks, and people who play puzzle games, they know about blocks. But these ones, when you push on them, they just keep going until they hit an obstacle and they stop. Now the other thing that happens with them is if they get stuck, if you're playing Sokoban, you got to restart or undo. Here, there is no restart or, I mean, there is restart, but it's kind of discouraged a little bit. There is no undo. You play through all your mistakes. You can never get to a stuck point in the puzzle. So if I get this T and it seems like it's stuck, I can't get it to move any place, I just walk into it, smash it, and then it will go to the nearest block pad, these circular things, that has a letter matching what's on the block. So that's a way where you can always keep playing, because you can just, when the blocks get stuck, you just break them and they go to another point in the level that you can keep playing from. So these gates up here that have the word out spelled on them, the way they work is that if any combination of blocks inside of the level spells the same word that's on the gate door, then that gate will close. So if I disrupt the word out, text for the tutorial? You're gonna text for the what do you mean text for the tutorial? I'm confused by the word text. So if I disrupt that formation,
strange thing is, when I push the block, it feels good for some reason.
Stuff to read in the game to learn. Oh, like tutorial text. I'm heavily against tutorial text. I've got some popping up in exactly 2 places in the entire game, and it's very minimal. I want the player to be a little bit like a scientist, fiddle with things, and the levels are designed to not introduce too much at one point, and you should be able to just kind of figure it out on your own. This is the thing you're trying to get to. Yeah, so in playtesting, we found that some players missed that behavior, that you could push on a block to break it and it would go to the block pad. So, I believe it's the next level, was added specifically to alleviate that. It may not be the next level. If it's not, I'll do a restore. Nope, not this one. Let's see. This one. So this level was made with that problem in mind. You start out, and the options available to you are really limited. Oh, never mind. Story spoilers. Okay. So here's another gate here. You can't get through it. Come up here. Wow. Nothing you can do here. It's just this very simple constrained set of possibilities. So you start playing with this a little bit. Then you see that it'll go over here. So it forces them to learn that before they can progress. That might not be enough, but I think with the play testing that I've seen, it looks like we're in the right place. The other game that I've played that gives me a lot of hope that this super light hand holding is going to work is The Witness. Witness doesn't tell you shit. You just arrive on the island. There's like no tutorial text. All these interactions you got to figure out, and it's fun. It was for me, anyways. Not everybody likes it. Oh, I know. I'm actually really looking forward to that game of his coming out. I don't know what it's actually going to be called. When I think right now he's codenaming it Sokoban or something. But yeah, I find Jonathan Blow really entertaining, often insightful, and often just arrogant and forming opinions well before he has enough information to form them responsibly. But I really enjoy a lot of the stuff he does. It kind of reminds me though of, I don't know, there's this thing when I was a younger guy, half my friends went to college and the other half didn't. I was in the half that didn't. And the ones that didn't go to college, we still like to talk about the same things, but we tended to kind of bullshit more, just make up some kind of thesis and maybe the Mormons are controlling all Pepsi distribution inside of Utah or something like that. It'd be nothing to support it, but it was fun to talk about it. And then our educated friends from college that we would still hang out with would put a damping effect on speculation because they were in this different culture where people came correct with credentials and published papers. That wasn't the best example stuff we talked about. I think that was like one dude at a party. This is pre-internet too. Pre-internet. It was like people could get away with saying any bullshit. There was no way to look it up and confirm it. But if you don't have like some kind of tolerance for just forming these sort of bullshit theories, like it makes your brain slow down. So I don't mind at all Jonathan Blow coming up with this grandiose talk on how we're losing our ability to code like a lost technology or something. Because it's a pretty interesting idea. I don't know if it's very well supported the way that he said it, but it gets my brain moving when he talks about it. And I'm mature enough that I can kind of filter out or weight things to be less than 100% truth or less than accepted actionable premises. So I'm kind of a fan of bullshit. Exactly. I give people that form theories quickly a lot of leeway or a lot of benefit of the doubt. That's it. I know he's ridiculous at times. He's just like kind of like grouchy and not happy unless he's attacking, that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Overall, pretty entertaining guy, and he's done some cool stuff. All right, so this session begins with the spreadsheet. I should remember to size Unity so it fits inside the broadcast area, because then I'll be working on the inspector and I want that to be visible. That's just good showmanship. But starting out, I'm just going through my bugs, and I'm setting priority and effort on them, because at some point I may not be able to get all the bugs done, and then I might make some of these won't do if they're lower priority and high effort. Other times when I'm in these sessions, it's important to me to pick something that I feel I can get done in the session, so this effort thing over here is helpful for that. So this is high. Estimation system is hours, minutes, or days. This is low, but it's easy. Let's get this stuff closer together. Yes. So for Cicada or anyone that's watching this and saying, "Oh, yawn," not that I'm here to entertain anybody. I'm here to get work done, but I'll probably be done with this a little bit in maybe 15 minutes or so. And then I'll move on to actually fixing bugs and writing code. Okay. All right, let's put that at medium. And I'll say hours. I'll say medium, days. This one here is kind of tied to the having user definable key controls. Yeah, when I was young, like my friends, there was a lot of kind of gossiping around Mormons and LDS, because we all knew some people, and then it was kind of like a constant comparison about like their habits and qualities, and I really outgrew that stuff. But I only use that example because that was the kind of bullshit my friends and I might talk about earlier on. But I got no problem with the LDS. Okay, so WASDA for level select. I mean that's low, but it's not hard. I can do it pretty quick. Low, it's basically working. Only one person complained about it. I'm not sure exactly how I would fix it. I'll put hours for now. Okay, I'm gonna say this is low and this is days. This is very unlikely for me to do. This is low and this is hours. Low, okay. My standard is high will block a release. Like if I don't have it done, the thing will not get released. Medium, I begrudgingly release it with that there. Low, it'd be nice, but it'd be nice, that kind of thing. Push scroll to spikes. Okay, let's see. I'll say that's low and minutes. That's a good one to run by you, actually. Let me see, how many more of these do I have? Quite a bit. I'll take a short break from that. Explain this. So, go to this other level, the Acrodorium. Okay. If somebody's watching this and doesn't want story spoilers, close your eyes and ears. And if you're watching on YouTube, I don't know, you're fucked. You were probably scanning for in-game footage and you'll end up watching it. Sorry. Okay, I'll hit play and I'll show what's up. This is how it's supposed to work. This is how it's supposed to look. And in my dev environment, it looks just fine. It'll take a little while to load up. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm talking about this shader that will show up. Okay, so let's...
Welcome to the Acrodorium.
You know what it'll do?
Past has been gathered.
Just for spoiler protection. Let's turn off subtitles. Let's turn off speech. Back. Continue. There we go. Then it won't be so bad. Okay, here's where it comes up. Okay, this is how it's supposed to look. The shader that I used is for skyboxes. It's the same built-in one for skyboxes. It just happened to look exactly how I wanted. Okay, but when I make a Windows build, the shader behaves differently. Also a Mac build too. This is on a Mac here. The shader behaves differently. It has a diagonal line through top right corner to bottom left corner, and the bottom right corner of that diagonal is dark. Basically, I can't ship with that. The shader is the skybox shader. I can point out to you. Let's see. Let's stop it. I'll go in the inspector in a second and get the exact answer. So we say level, and then okay, screen, widescreen. Okay. Yep, there's a projector and it, yeah, there's scan lines and all that. Let's see the scan lines. Let's see, this is a fairly complicated thing going on there, but okay. So there's the source plane, render camera. Kind of piecing this together again. Okay, screen, scan lines, has standard shader backing. Yeah, this is it, Skybox procedural. So in the editor, it gives me exactly what I want. We played it in the editor just now, and in a build, it has like a diagonal section of the thing missing. This is the trouble. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. And to test different theories, I have to make a new build, or I have to find out how to reproduce the problem in the dev environment. So it's kind of a tricky problem, just because of that need to rebuild to reproduce. So what I may end up doing when I get deeper into it is create a copy of the project that can build fast, because this thing will take like a half hour or so to build the whole player thing. And then I can iterate a little bit faster and reproduce the problem. Yeah, I'd probably just make like a copy of the project and just delete all the scenes except the one that I want to test, and that would probably do it. Yeah, I don't build that often though, because it just takes forever. And I do it. Yeah, I just don't build that often. It's like, yeah. No, but anyways, if you have any leads or thoughts on like what the problem might be, I'm interested. One thought I had is maybe since I'm using Unity Cloud Build, it could be okay. Since I'm using Unity Cloud Build, it could be picking up a different version of the shader or some other Unity component. So I could check that, you know, the version that it was building with was the same as what I had, and look for differences there. The projector. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not ready to go into deep troubleshooting on it right at the moment. It's one of the problems I think might take a long time to fix because of the need to rebuild. Anyways, so 12, what did I say? Priority high, has to ship, hours. That might be one I can knock out in the evening, but there's also some risk about it. No, it's cool. I wouldn't expect you to know an answer for everything. Okay, this one has got to be really easy. Well, actually, that's a little bit higher priority. I don't think you should be able to fling through them. Low minutes. Medium hours. So medium hours. Dialogue continues after death and glory heights. I'm sure many other levels. Medium. This might be days just because I need to check a lot of places to see what the consequences of that change would be. That one's medium. That one's high. I don't want my friggin' music cutting out in the middle of that. Hours. Slow. It's either I'll be able to fix it quickly or I'll give up on it. Medium hours. Oh, the blackjack bug last night. I did fix it right before 8 o'clock. It was a happy moment. It was like I got 21. I didn't bust. Okay. Okay, this is low but easy. Medium. Minutes. Do you know anything about Steam? Yeah. So this one I'm really on the fence with because I don't have that much time. It feels like I could release without controller support. I've done like a little bit of querying to see how important it is. It seems like it's one of those things that, yeah, you can get nicked with some bad reviews, or people won't buy the game if it doesn't have controller support. Yeah. Yeah, I know, but it's like there's some caveats though. One is it's a puzzle game. Puzzle players are a little bit different. It's a slightly different market. They're used to each decision that they make inside of a puzzle game being kind of final and important. Whereas, like in an action game, you kind of push on your stick and you move forward, and it's not like a big decisive moment. It's just it's a little more analog. Whereas puzzle gamers are kind of like, they almost prefer to use keys, or they want an interface that's going to match the decisiveness of one specific action. So I think it mitigates it a little bit. The other thing I wondered about is there something like built into Steam where you can just say the controller automatically maps to certain key presses? Because if that were the case, if I could just set up like a quick little profile that did a mapping, then it's like I don't have to redo my game input code, which I had a lot of attention on that code already. It's been refined quite a bit. Yeah. So I'm going to say days. I'm going to say medium. So I feel like I could ship without controller support and come back to it in a patch release. It wouldn't kill me. No doubt I'd lose some customers. I get a bad review. I understand, but I'm setting that release date as a fixed time, fixed event date. I'm not gonna go past it. I'm just inflexible in that. So if I have time, I'll put it in. If I don't, I'll patch it in. No, but there's other stuff that has to go in too. So I might come into the controller support sooner than other things. So like Steam achievements, for example, I need to get that in. I'm sure that there'll be difficulties if I don't have Steam achievements in the first release. Okay. I don't know, but see, there's games that I play on Steam. Fuck gamers sometimes, man. I'm so tired of them be ranting and upset about everything. I know it's not a helpful attitude for the success of my game, but I just get so. So, I mean, there's a game called Dream Quest. It's only mouse. There's no keyboard controls. So there's no controllers. It's overwhelmingly positive reviews. Is that true? I don't know. There's genre expectations too, I guess is what I'm saying. But anyways, so I think I keep two thoughts in my head at the same time. One is, fuck these complainers, fuck them. But the second thought, it is from a design perspective. the second thought is, okay, fuck them, but do what will be good for the game's success. So it's like hating and accommodating your customers at the same time. Like anybody that works at a teriyaki store probably has that mindset. I don't hate them all, just some of them. But God, I'm kind of bad like they are too, though. It's like when Instacart or Uber Eats screws up, like their system screws up a little bit, I'm right on support, saying, why did you screw up my order? And I'm get all grouchy, and I should probably just try to be nice more when dealing with these people that are strangers that are in systems I interact with. I think everybody should. It's usually the system that you're inside of that's fucking things over, and whoever you're mad at, it's not the person delivering your food, it's some other thing. The program manager that put the system together, and then you go talk to that person, they're not so bad either. For me, the system I'm inside of is this whole Steam ecosystem, which I don't fucking like at all, but it is the dominant place to get a PC game out. So your comments noted. I probably am going to put in controller support. I'm just saying it's not a release blocker. I may change my mind on that later, but yeah. This is low. This is probably hours. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. A few people put some links to third-party assets for handling input to me, and yeah, it's always kind of a dicey decision for me to figure out if I'm going to use a third-party asset or not, but some of them are really good. That was one of the ones that was pointed out to me. That was the other one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I won't go off on that tangent. Let me get through these guys. So put custom matter fleet mode, medium, and minutes. Low hours. Why not treat it like a normal step against the block? Moving one step into it. Yeah, I'm gonna say won't do, because I don't agree with the idea. Okay. Medium. Low. Depends how properly I do it. I'll just say days from now. Okay. Low hours. this one's ours. Medium, ours. Low, days. Medium, minutes. Checked all the view squares and they work fine, but when the K is on the southeast pad, I don't think any of the squares can see it. Okay, low, minutes. Final starting dialogue replayed while I was dead. Duplicate. What the heck? Just delete it. This isn't Jira. I don't need to keep an auditable record of what happened to all the different bugs. Low minutes. Low minutes. There is one very strong argument for doing the controller now instead of later. If I know I'm probably going to put it in for the release, better to do it earlier because it's going to need like a fair amount of testing to make sure it feels right and is good and doesn't cause problems. Whereas most of the other bugs don't have that kind of worry. Okay. So I'll keep it up. The second part I fixed. So this is medium and minutes. Okay, this is high hours. I fixed this. Wait, no, did I? Enclosing the O's and railings. Okay, I don't know if I fixed it or not. So let's say this is low, but if there is a fix needed, it's not going to take long. To confirm. minutes. This one I did not want to release with that terrible long load that people thought was the app hanging. Medium. Hours. Low minutes. Low minutes. Low minutes. Okay. Cool. I like seeing all these easy ones because I know they'll clear up pretty quick. Okay. Low hours. Nah, minutes. Oh, hey Cicada, you still on? If you are, let me ask you about another thing. Oh yeah. So, in the editor, this is gonna be a nice "I told you so" moment for you. You'll like this. So, in the editor, when I play, here, I'll just get the scene going. It'll be easier to describe it with the. Yep. Okay.
Welcome to
So,
the Auditorium.
her skin tone is correct here.
Has been gathered.
Thank you.
It's a little bit dark. That's as intended. That is the right shade. Now, if I make a build, even a Mac build, which is the system I want to play it on the same computer that and play it on the same computer, the skin tone will be lighter. It's the skin tone that's obvious, but I'm sure it's all the colors are off a little bit. Basically, I'm converting her from like a Hispanic skin tone to a white skin tone on the Mac. I'm sure there's something racist about that, but it's not the whole game. It's only those face textures. Okay. Oh god, I don't want to change the. I don't want to change the color space. Or maybe I do. I should stop being a baby. Okay, player settings. Let's see. Color space in the player settings. Graphics. Is that where we're looking? Okay, good. Because there's other stuff that would probably break if I changed it to gamma or whatever the other one is. Okay, I'm just kind of looking at the dialogue and seeing where I would check or change the thing you're talking about. first off, I'm just trying to see where you spotted linear versus where you spotted the color mode. I'm just looking at the screen and scanning over it. Yeah, but you looked at the screen and you said, "Oh, it's linear," and I'm just starting with that. Where did you see linear? Where did you see that? Shader quality, normal map. Yeah, I'm just not. Yeah, but just a moment ago you said color space linear. That's good. What were you looking at that made you say, "Oh, he's got it on color space linear"? Okay. Okay, so there's just one PC Mac platform here. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm on the build settings, and again, I don't know what you saw that made you say it's the color mode's linear. I'm kind of missing like where that was at. Player settings. Oh, here we go. I got it. Okay. So it's linear, and because on this screen I had this platform selected, PC, Mac, and Linux, that makes me think that this setting applies to Mac and PC. Oh, it does. Yeah, settings for PC and Mac. Color gamut for Mac. sRGB. Just those two. Display P3 or sRGB. Yeah, maybe. Anyways. But I think the gist of your lead is maybe there's some change that could be made in the player settings around color that might be affecting it. The other thing that... Okay. Anyways, let me finish up my stupid little spreadsheet. Hey. Days. It's actually medium. Okay, I've got a couple private messages from Bettina. I mean, I don't know that they're really private, but I'm just going to be private about looking at them. Oh yeah, it wasn't anything that big. Bettina is the 2D artist illustrator that's working on this with me. Okay, so I just thought of something. What if I just make this all like it's just a little bit easier for me to deal with. Okay, so what will I do tonight now that I've got all this figured out? You know, it might be worth also just getting some kind of time estimate just to see, am I really in trouble with this? Am I gonna have to cut stuff? Or can I just move a little more assuredly and hit some of these items like the input controller because I've got time. So if I just say, anytime it says hours, I'm going to put in 4. Anytime it says minutes, I'll put in 1. Okay, so let's say estimate in let's use days as a unit. So this will be 0.5, this would be 0.1, 0.5, 2, 0.5. Yeah, let's get a little bit smarter at this. Let's add a filter. Just going between Excel and Sheets messes me up. Alright, let's keep going. This won't take long. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 2, 0.5, 0.1, 0.5, 0.1, 2, 0.5, 2, 0.5, 0.5. Alright, how many days is all this stuff going to take? 0.5. And now I've got a really big item to add to this. So 2 Steam achievements. Days, and I'll even up the count of days. I'm going to say 4 days to get a base set of Steam achievements in. And then release configuration, Steam release configuration. And a fucking stupid portal made by a bunch of children. Steam portal config for release. Feature? I don't know. Hi. Effort days 2. Okay. Let's also say unknown problems, bugs, things that come up. high. Things that have to be done. But I don't know about them yet. So let's give myself 5 days for that. Okay. So it's not a bad number, but it does mean some things will get cut. It's not a bad number. So I've got 38 calendar days left. 37 calendar days left. Some stuff's gonna have to get cut though. Some stuff will need to get cut. I've got, I spend about 40 hours a week with the day job on this. Then I've got some breaks and stuff around holiday. I've got a 4-day weekend starting now. And then I've got a week in December. So let's see. How many days do I actually have to spend? Just bring up the calendar for a moment. Okay, no, let's do something simpler. Let's see. Dev days to spend equals, let's see, 37. So basically I've got 5 weeks until January 1st. So if I was only doing 5 days of work each week on this, it would be 25 days, but I get to add in an extra 7 days for vacation and holiday stuff. So I've got 30. So I've honestly got maybe 15 days of stuff to cut. Okay. To cut. Okay. So let's look for all the stuff that, why am I having such a hard time just getting a filter on this? Where's the fucking, I want to create a whole new view. I already have a view. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, so we'll say anything that has days. I didn't say minutes. Oh, I guess I did. Okay, anything that has days in this priority low, I'm just going to cut. Won't do. Or just, yeah, I'll wait to delete it. Okay. Won't do. Won't do. Won't do. You know what? This bug that we just talked about won't do. Okay. So in that case, let's just set these to 0. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Look at that. Down to 5 days. Okay. Which one? Portal config or achievements? So here's the thing with the portal config. I mean, I've made releases on it. So I've done playtesting and press builds. I've got everything set up on it except the e-commerce integration and the final, all the packaging and bullshit to get it to be released. But I have done all the packaging bullshit for 2 other types of builds. So, but I would absolutely agree with you if I was starting from scratch. If I hadn't done a playtest build yet, because I did spend like about 3 days fucking around with it. It sucked. It sucked. Then once the little pipeline, steam pipe thing was set up, and it was not so bad. It was just easy to forget like all the actions to take to click down into different areas of the Steam portal to do things. Really hate the Steam portal. I think it's a travesty of bad engineering. But people talk about Valve not having management. Everyone just manages themselves. This is what happens. You get software that just accretes like a coral reef. Okay. Yeah, less rants. I want to be a happier person. The achievements. So here's what I was planning on doing, the achievements. I've got a whole set of them defined. I've got artwork for them even too. So we go to work assets, illustrations, no. There it is, achievements. Yeah, I got artwork ready for them. So in my mind, the stuff that has to happen with the achievements is I need to upload this content to the Steam portal and set it up in some way that it's addressable via the Steam APIs. And then there's this not this iSteam, I mean this is part of the documentation. There's another like Unity C# library I can pull in for that. I think it's a lot of glue work, like glue coding. Like there isn't like a lot of kind of meaty problem solving. There's just getting all the little bits to talk to each other correctly. And the other thing that I want to do with the achievements to make it easier on myself, I've got them in these categories. I'll just do this one called what I call inevitables, meaning most players when they go through, they will probably hit all these achievements just by the fact that they're exploring the game. And then in a later patch, maybe a mid-year release, I'll put in challenge achievements. In a puzzle game, these things are really good for leveraging more gameplay, because you can design puzzles based on achievements. You can say, okay, just go back to this level and you know, try to beat the school blocks without placing blocks in the pit, and it becomes like a new way to play that level. It works a lot better in the puzzle genre than other types of games. So we used to do this on, I mean, we invented achievements on Drod well before people were having like badges and stuff. That all came later, but like we had these challenges. We call them challenges, and they would just be solve this puzzle in a different way. And we post them on a message board, and people would enjoy them. So my strategy with the achievements in the release is get the inevitables in. That way, when we do a patch and the player comes back, there won't be like a glut. Chips challenge, yes. There won't be a glut of like achievements they already earned that have to pull in all at once, which would be a pretty unsatisfying way to get all your achievements retroactively awarded to you. So Steam achievements, just the inevitables. Yeah, I love Chip Challenge. That's a classic milestone game. All right. So still on the high side here. Ain't no time for fucking around. Did I get all the zeroed? Anything else? No, that has to be in medium. Oh, I could skip this one. I could skip that one. Okay. If I do controller support, do I need to do user definable key controls? I've got like this thing where it takes WASD, WASD, or arrows. It feels like that should work for most everybody. Be nice if I didn't have to make a little screen that said press this button and that'll redefine what the key is going to be for this command. I'm just going to take it out. Let me just say this is like a duplicate. It'll be, wait, okay, but we said it'll be include in controller support, but what about the UI for redefining keys? Is there some facility for it that's not in game, or do I have to make that UI? I'd assumed I'd have to make it. That's where the days is coming in. It's in Steam? Oh. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to leave this as won't do. Alright, tell you what, let's do controller support. Let's do it. You sold me. I think I can fit it in. I can fit it in. I can get it done. Ooh. Okay, but then let's take the status. Fixed and won't do. Just leave it off. Okay. There we go. Alright, controller support. Now I have to set a goal for me to finish tonight. Oh, it's coming up on 6. I'm going to say tonight I just want to be able to detect some kind of input from my controller within code. It isn't necessarily all hooked up. Just want to be able to see that the controller is generating detectable input and have some kind of code that does something in response to the event, even if it's not all hooked into the game properly. If I can do better than that, that's cool. But okay. So I got to unplug my controller and put it into my other computer. Okay. All right. So Kate, help me decide on this. Dang it. Okay, that's fixed. Okay, good. What do you think? Third party or just use the new Unity input system? The small amount of money I'd have to pay for the third party asset is not really a consideration. The things that I care about, does my version of Unity have which? Okay. What's the formal name of the thing? What's it called? Input system, or let's see. Unity input system. Is that what it is? Is this what the new one's called? Okay. This is the configurable replacement for Unity's classic input manager. So input system. Two 19.4 plus. And what am I on? With my conservative LTS strategy. No, not much OS. 219.429 F1. So I should have it. So the things I care about when evaluating whether or not to use third-party apps or not is, one, will it help me avoid compatibility issues with the wide range of different controllers that players are using? Basically, will it stop some little jerky boy from leaving a bad review? Okay. Does even like the Unity input system cover that? Because if it does, then then the third-party systems aren't really distinguished. And the other thing I care about is, will it save me time? Will it save me time in implementation? Maybe a third thing which all third-party assets have against them is am I at risk for obsolescence or it going out of support? So I would say any third-party asset has automatically got like a little ding against it because there's a slightly greater risk that that particular package won't be supported in the future. But slight, particularly if it's a very popular. Yeah, exactly. Big and will be around. So I won't let that be much of a ding. So the first two things: do I get any advantage in a third-party asset as far as supporting a wide range of controllers with less in-the-field issues? And the second one, will it save me any time? That's my main considerations. Let's see. Fair. I did ask a little bit about this, and people would say like, okay. Just read a little bit about it. Okay, it's easy. Just got some samples. Quick start guide. I mean, this looks pretty simple. Let me see if I can just get a quick kind of abstract image of an Xbox controller illustration. There we go. This is what I want. All right. Oh, copy image. There we go. Copy image. All right. So if I come into here. So I thought about this a little bit. I want that basic navigation to work with the analog stick and the D-pad. So either one should be usable for up, down, left, right. And the fling button, it could just be A button, and maybe I might double up on the trigger as well. Have them both usable for that purpose. In case somebody really much prefers to use the trigger, they can use it. That's it. On the analog stick, I might want to write some code where it does not generate a movement input if you're in the diagonal areas. So I'm assuming I can do this. It sounds like something I should be able to do. But I want to be able to say something like these, if the analog position is inside these little slices, these diagonal slices, just don't count it. Don't count it as generating a movement command. And if either this button is held down on the D-pad in one direction, or the analog stick is up in one of these 4 positions and held there persistently, then after a certain amount of certain amount of time elapses, it'll repeat the key press again, or repeat the issuance of the command. So your gut's saying, yeah, this stuff might be a little bit involved with the Unity input system, and maybe some of my goals might be better met with the third-party asset. Maybe give it a quick try. If it doesn't do what you want, I mean, I'm out $30. Who cares? Let me see. Yeah, you're right, it's on sale. Okay. That's a good review. Works perfectly out of the box. I think I did look through the reviews earlier. There was a little bit of complaint about the documentation, but people said the end results were pretty decent. Okay. I'm going to switch to Big Stupid Head mode. I'm going to buy this in control thing. Okay. Going through the e-commerce pages. With my credit card that's on file. Okay. Let's see. Do I just want to bring it right into my main project? Before I do that, let's do a quick git commit. Say open in Unity. Okay. What's it called? In control. This thing is always a little bit hard for me to just get it in there. Okay, here we go. In control. Okay, download. This has become an unboxing video. Yeah, I'll just bring it all in. Funny thing about Jonathan Blow is whenever I install like a third-party library into my software, I can just feel him shaking his head. It's just, it's not the J Blow way. Write your own input system, Junior. Okay, so I think that worked. I mean, it's not a good thing that I think of him as a ghost over my shoulder when he's still alive. I don't know how he would accomplish that. Wait, he didn't die, did he? That would creep me out. Let's see. In control. Here we go. Oh, now I'm feeling. That was too mean. What you just said. That was too mean. Okay, examples. Basic. I just want to see something working. Just something. So I don't know, I should probably read documentation. Will I be so lucky that I just hit play and the controller is going to make it work? I don't know if I have things set up correctly. No, it's like nothing yet. Okay, so obviously there's something I have to do first. Well, he created himself. He completely rewrote himself because he didn't trust the genetic material of his mother and father. It was just introducing too much cruft. Self-made man. Okay, so let's, I guess, look for a README. I probably have to do something in Unity, like say this is my controller. I don't know, I've never hooked up a controller and used it in Unity. I guess if I just look at the controller, I see the green light on. It's not doing the searching thing. Maybe there's an OS level utility that can just check that it's working. Steam detected it last time on the other system I had it on. I could start up Steam maybe. God damn it, I can never do anything quickly with Steam because they're just always asking me to log in again. And then they'll do the two-factor on me. And I will put in a password that's the incorrect one because I have too many passwords and Steam login doesn't have any autofill. This is a lot of work just to test out the control. Let's go back to Unity. I think he's gotten grouchier as a result of his popularity because he's exposed to all these little fanboys and they say stupid shit, or people that are like, oh, this guy's a celebrity, maybe I can troll him and it'll be funny, you know. I think it's made him like a grumpier person. It's like the madness of King George combined with having a bunch of assholes around you. Madness of King George is like everyone says you're great, you get invited to conferences, you have this string of successes behind you, so it kind of goes to your head a little bit. And combine that with being surrounded by a bunch of silly little kids, mixed in with a few more mature people who are probably not talking as much, and you'll feel like a genius in a world full of idiots. Okay, so there's got to be something I need to do to set up my controller. Into the source README. Okay, what's the README say? Online Gallant Games in control. I will not access it from JavaScript. On special form. Nah, I don't. Nah, it's not helpful. Okay. GallantGames.com in control. Yeah, that Jai thing. I think he's right about a lot of things, and one of them that I think he's right about is just software today is such bullshit. The computers got fast and everybody just wrote crappier software that still runs about as fast as it did before because the hardware let you do it. And in some cases, like compilers, we should have higher expectations that they'd just be done in like sub-second times, these compiles. Because computers are so damn fast. Okay. In control. Getting started. Requires a very specific set of input settings. Okay, good. This is something I definitely have to do. Okay, let me start with this. In control, setup input manager. Okay, that's weird. So, okay, it says in control has successfully modified your input manager settings. Input manager settings are fine. Okay. Now if I run the sample, will it detect my controller and do stuff? I mean, I just want to verify that The input is being received. That's all I'm trying to do at this point. Let's see. Potentially driver issues. Oh, that's a good point. Okay, nothing. Okay, what next? Okay. So, do I have any games on here that might just serve to prove? I think I've got abduction on here. Yeah, that is weirdly hard. Password issues. I did install abduction on here. Where is that? I just want to check I've got like the thing plugged in, the drivers are right. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go the Steam route. I'll look up my password and I'll fuck around with it. See, now it's updating Steam. Steam is never just gonna... Oh, okay. Ignore it then. I fucking hate Valve. Stop ranting. Stop ranting. Stop ranting. Okay. So, going into my password manager on my phone to look up my Steam password. Because I'm being challenged by Steam. Okay, of course, it's a big long password. Because I said, you're going to release a game to the whole friggin' world, and there's going to be somebody that's going to try to hack your Steam account. So, of course, I gave myself a giant password. And also Steam failed to launch. Thanks, Steam. Thanks, Steam. Yeah, I know you did. Just try launching. Just try opening up and doing something. So, okay. Now, debugging problems in Steam to try to get to the original thing I was trying to do. Uninstall Steam, reinstall Steam, reboot my computer. That feels all kind of slow, and I just need to do something just to check and see if the friggin' drivers are set up correctly. I'll try that one more time. It's probably not going to do anything. Okay. Let's see. Do we got anything that's still lingering? No. Yeah, that probably requires like a reboot. I got two machines here though. I can reboot. I can reboot without even dropping off the stream. What do you mean? Wait, what? Here's the thing. I was going to test out Steam just like you suggested, which was a good idea. But Steam will not open up. So it crashed. It's in some kind of state. Whenever I attempt to launch it, it crashes. So, yeah. It's a piece of trash software is what it is. Yeah. Valve, bunch of children hacking away on their keyboards. Yeah. Bunch of little kiddies. Don't know how to write software. Occasionally they can make a really cool game. Generally very bad at writing software. They're very decentralized. They pride themselves in not worrying about management. Just everybody just figure out what they want to do today, what might be fun or valuable, what might move you up in the little ecosystem you're inside of. It's just a garbage way to run a company. I mean, if you were gonna be street buskers, like just a giant group of street buskers or LARPers or I don't know, podcasters, yeah, go ahead, be all, you don't need managers, everybody just do what seems like a good idea. Yeah, do that. You're gonna write software that the whole industry uses? I think they do pretty well with making games. I don't trust them with things that are business related. And the steaming pile of Steam bullshit, which is the Steam portal, is my chief evidence of them being bad at it. Let's restart this computer. Let's see. So my broadcast Mac is still up and streaming, and my workstation Mac is rebooting. So I'm waiting on that to pop back up. The screen that is showing on the stream is like the last thing that was on it before it rebooted. And I will reconnect the broadcast machine. Andre Salt Andre Salt the Fifth. Hey, how are you doing? Are you a bot? Or are you like a regular person? Okay. Not that I got anything against bots. Bots are just fine. I think you're not a bot because the word Eric, there was no way to like scrape to get that exact word in like lowercase. Like if you were just scraping off of my profile, it would be, hello, Eric H2000, how are you? But so, glad to have you here, bot or not. Let's see, I want to... Cool, buddy. Let's see, so I just rebooted my workstation. I'm fiddling around with a few things to get it to show what I'm working on, and that won't take me too long. Let's see if I can get that going again. There we go. Yeah. All right, I believe you. I totally believe you. If you are, you're sufficiently advanced. Let's go to Steam again. It's still doing this? After a reboot, it still will not start up. Okay. And Cicada, that's the kind of bot trick that always works on me too. I'll talk for a half hour after that little prompt there. I'll be like, yeah, Unity, and I'm into Unity, and yeah, do some C# coding. I'm so glad that you're into my game. Hey, thanks so much. I'm very naive that way. I've been fooled many times. Okay, so Steam is a big fuckaroo. I think I'd have to reinstall it at this point. I don't know that I want to reinstall Steam right now. I just don't want to. Alright, so what else? Let me just try going into Unity again. It's not bringing up the little thing there yet. Okay. There's another thing that might have happened. I could have picked up the controller just by rebooting. I mean, I hope it doesn't work that way. But actually, now I no longer have a green light on the controller, whereas I did have that before, so I don't know if that's good or bad. Turn that off. Okay. So let's go here, let's check input manager settings. It says they're fine. And I had assumed that this thing here would do something with the inputs there. And I mean, maybe even that assumption's false. I'm pressing all buttons and stuff, but maybe that's not how it works. You're in a good mode. That's a good mode to be in. Use it. Yeah. No, that's great. I have times I'm like that. Other times it's more just like I've got willpower to release the thing that is important to me, and I just kind of move forward like a very determined zombie. But I know that feeling when you're just in like some kind of low-level bliss. It's like annoying to eat or sleep. You just want to get back to that coding. Yeah, I know that feeling. Okay, how to troubleshoot this? I can reinstall Steam. I can look at docs for this in-control system. I can bring up the thing which has nothing to do with this third-party asset, which is the Unity input system, and just write some code that checks for some kind of input, and that would satisfy me. Another thing is the green light did not come on my controller thing, so I'm going to try reseating the USB cable. Oh shit. something came up. I got to help my wife with a Thanksgiving prep task. So I'm probably going to come back on stream, but I got to help my wife with this thing first. So I'm gonna ditch the stream right now, and I will come back later and have fun. Andre, nice to meet you. Catch you later. Stop the stream!